Our system was found unconstitutional for more reasons than we don't pay our caseworkers enough to be able to manage their caseloads, and we have high turnover and those kinds of things. There were a number of findings, and I guess what I'm saying to you, and we don't need to go into it, it's getting late in the day, but what I'm saying to you is, I think that this committee and the other members of the legislature, when that court order comes down, and all of these things are now out of our hands and are requirements that we have to meet, they're going to look to you and say, what have you done to get us set up so that we're ready for that court order? And we're probably going to have another all-day hearing at that point where people are going to be upset because they're going to say, didn't you see this one coming? It was part of the court order.
So we have a DFPS continuous improvement plan, and it is a point-by-point plan that we are working on as we speak, things that we want to do for ourselves that I think address the kinds of issues that you're asking about.
Well,
in addition to
for example,
sunset,
what have you done on the paperwork and electronic filing system?
Okay, so
So that we have something that pertains
Right.
to every kid.
I would say impact modernization is something that is behind, and I would let the IT folks speak to that. But you mentioned specifically earlier how we managed to get a picture of every child in the case file. We did that this summer, not in an easy way, but we did take care of it, even though the changes to impact haven't been made that make that easier for caseworkers to do. We're doing it on a regular basis, so we're addressing some of those
How about
issues.
tracking primary conservator caseworker caseloads on a child-only basis? Where are you on that?
Well, we can track that now. It's just that the way we count with the LBB, we also count family cases. So we can tell you how many kid cases that we have.
Okay. So you think that when the special masters make their report, that the judge doesn't have to accept all that, and she's going to take a period of time to do that, but you think when we all get that report from the masters, when we all get to see that, you'll be in a position to walk us through where we are in each one of those?
I believe so.
Let me ask this question from you. Are you going to fight what the special masters say you should do?
That's a pretty broad question.
I meant it to be. Because I got to tell you, I have found it appalling that we have fought and used some of the language that we've used on behalf of the people of the state of Texas in what we ought to be doing to take care of these kids. And I want to ask you, do you intend to ask that the court go forward so that we can protect these kids, or are we going to continue to fight?
Senator, let me address one thing before I answer that, and I will answer your question. One thing that I disagree with that, and I'm sure the court's listening to me today, and I don't think it was the court's intention this, but I just want to say that.
Be very careful.
I do. I don't think that our caseworkers wake up every morning with the intention of violating the child's rights.
I don't think that's what was said.
I know, but it seems that way.
I don't think that's what was said at all, and I think you need to be careful that you don't mischaracterize the opinion.
And I'm not mischaracterizing.
I think that what the court said was that we have done a poor job of taking care, and that resulted in a system that is unconstitutional and puts kids at risk.
I agree with you on that.
And by the way, you proved it today.
Yeah.
I mean, in response to the questions of Dean Whitmire, if we can't find kids, I would argue we've put them at risk.
So let me tell you this, that I think that we have taken some very positive steps by being here today, talking to you on what our troubles are, that mitigates exactly what the court is telling us what we need to do.
Are you going to want to follow what the masters tell you, or are you going to fight it?
I'm personally not going to fight it.
Thank you, Madam Chair.